Hi, my name is Anna Wood, personal trainer and creator of Strength for Scuba Divers, the program that this next workout is a part of. It's a 6-phase program with 6 workouts in each phase, taking you through a gradual progression to make sure that we can take care of all of your fitness needs as a diver. You will have more core strength and endurance, an easier time holding trim, stronger kicking and finning, and better balance. Besides the live workouts that you can follow along, I also have a detailed exercise video for each and every one of the workouts, so you can learn every exercise and make sure that you can do them safely and with good form. You can find the program at shapedbystrength.com/dive. I hope you have fun today, and I hope that we will work out together soon. So, welcome if you are here live, if you are watching the replay. Phase 1, day 1, very important workout. Make sure that you are getting your basics in today. So we are going to go into your core engagement, your glute engagement, and then we are going to go over some of the bear planks and the toe positionings. Very important today, there's no equipment. We are going to be on the floor the entire time. So when you go into phase 2, phase 3, you can always look at the equipment list of what you need for that phase, and you can always go in your videos and see what you need for each workout. But for today and for the entire phase 1, it's body weight only, so you can get it done literally anywhere. All you need is you and a little bit of space to move in. Okay, before we get started, just some important reminders. In order to avoid decompression sickness, you want to make sure that you are not doing any strenuous workouts 24 hours before or after a dive. You want to make sure that you are safe. And even though today is your basic movements that you need for the workouts, please pay attention if something is uncomfortable, if you feel any sharp pain, if there's any movements that you know you are not supposed to be doing, please avoid that. And we can always modify, we can always add some different variations for you. And then make sure that you warm up if you need to, make sure that you stretch if you need to, and if you need some of those wrist stretches or strengthening exercises before a workout, all of those are uploaded into your membership site under extras. Okay, so let's get started with today. So, first off, I was hiding it here because before we get into the exercises, we are going to get into your most important basic foundational skill, and that is your core engagement. Why is that towel there? If you haven't done day 1 before, this is your practice towel. Because when I said core engagement, you immediately went, wait, what is that? This is for you. So we are going to practice on your back. You can also practice this by the wall, but it's really easy on the floor. So we are going to lay down, and this towel is going to be underneath your lower back, just right there. And for your core engagement, what we are going to do, we are going to take a nice deep breath. We are going to feel that core, fill up with your breath, and then we are going to push it all out. And when we do, we are going to brace that core. The distance between your hip bone and your rib bone is going to get a little bit shorter. You can feel that your abs are engaging, and you are going to feel your lower back pressing into that towel. And you can release. So let's do it again. Nice deep breath in with your hand on your belly. Feel that breath. Push it out. And you can feel yourself pushing into the towel. And go ahead and practice this. I want you to be able to keep that core engagement as you are breathing, as you are talking, like I'm doing right now. You can release. Let's do one more. And nice deep breath. And out. And engage. And you are holding that engagement, and this is something that you can practice as you are going by your day by day, as you are walking, as you are going through your other errands. Just remind yourself of your core engagement, get in touch with your core, and this is going to be a super strong basis for all of your positions and all of your workouts. Let's remove the towel, and you can definitely practice without a towel. The towel is there if you are a beginner, if you are not sure what you are supposed to be feeling. You are feeling your lower back pressing into the floor or the towel. See, there's all of this extra space. If I engage, there's no space whatsoever. All right, so we don't need this anymore. Go ahead and get out your workout guide if you want to be looking at it. All of your workout guides are also included in your membership site. So your first exercise is going to be the dead bug. But even if you've never done this before, you are already a pro at it because you know the most important basic part, and that is your core engagement. We are going to start with the core engagement, and then we are going to lift all of your limbs up. And you are going to be holding that core engagement. Now, if you are a beginner, this might already be enough of a challenge. Just holding your limbs here, then you can do a 10-second hold. If you are ready, we are going to move opposite arm, opposite leg, and we move it out and back in. That's 1. And then we switch. That's 2. And then we are going to do 10 of these. The challenge here is to make sure that your core is staying engaged. So things that are not super good, if they are happening right now, is if your core is not engaged, your lower back is lifting up, and we are kind of just going through the motions here. Get in touch with your core, keep it engaged. If you need to take a second to rest, pick it back up, you can do that. Stay in touch with your core, opposite arm, opposite leg, and then you can take a lull to rest. Now, I don't have a set amount of rest in these workouts. Reason being, I know there's going to be a lot of different levels of people going through this. Some are more athletic, you might not need as much rest. If you need a little bit more rest, you can take that. What I want you to be able to do is, before you get from one exercise to the next, your core is going to be recovered, your breathing is normal, and you are ready to go into the next workout, the next exercise, and do all of the repetitions that we need with good form. All right, next we have the seesaws, and we are going to have 3 exercises. This is your first set, and we are going to repeat that twice. We are going to go through all of them first. So seesaw, you see the difference here, core engagement, and I'm going to do this little rounding up here so my shoulder blades are leaving the floor. And I'm going to bring my limbs out and then bring them back in. And we are going to do this 10 times. Now, shaking, completely normal. Don't even feel bad about it. All that means is that you are in touch with your muscles, you are engaging, and that you are getting stronger. What is not allowed, again, is this rounding. And if going all the way out is too hard, then you can do a little mini seesaw. And that's all we do. What I want you to make sure that you are doing is that you are staying in touch with that core, staying super strong, lower back is pressed into that mat or that floor, and we are moving with intention. 10 times, and then we are going to rest. Let your core recover. Make sure that you keep on breathing. Don't hold your breath on the exercises. Your breath and your core being connected is going to be very important. It's going to help you stay in control, and it's going to help you recover easier. All right, exercise number 3. This is going to be your hollow hold. Now, if this is too hard, go for 5 seconds, go for 10 seconds. Go for holding the position as long as you can with good form. If you feel it dropping after 10 seconds, don't worry. This is day one. We are going to keep on practicing. So your hollow hold position is going to be, again, we start from that dead bug. We come up, and this is going to be the setup for your seesaw position. You bring it out to the seesaw, and then you're going to just hold it here. And then you hold. And you're going to count, or you can set your timer for 10 seconds here. If you need to take a break, this is what you do. You just bring it in, take a little breath, bring it back out. The way you are not taking a break here is by doing that. All right, chill, take a rest, and we are going to repeat these 3 exercises again from the top. What I want you to remember, again, core stays engaged. You take the rest that you need, and if you are feeling super strong today, if you want to do a little bit longer on the hollow hold, you are definitely encouraged to do that. Just make sure you do it with good form. Okay, so remember your dead bug. So set it up, legs are up in the air, the core is engaged, and then we are going to go move with the opposite arm, opposite leg. And then switch sides. And you are going to do this 10 times. You are focusing on that core, being nice and strong. Don't hold your breath. Keep on breathing evenly. Stay in touch with the core. Yep, you see, it's a little bit harder when you also try to talk to people, so maybe focus on making sure that you are doing the right side. And we are not coming out too far. We are not letting that core roll up. We are going to stay engaged. And then go ahead and take your rest. Do you remember what's next? We are going to do some seesaws. So again, we'll start with the core engagement. Take that little rest if you need. Nice deep breath. Get in touch with your core again. And then we are going to start again. Limbs up. And remember, lifting up your upper back, your shoulder blades are off the floor. And then we come out, and then bring it back in. Coming out, and bring it back in. One more tip, if you need to make these a little bit easier, is you are going to move just with the legs, or just with the arms at a time, keeping that core engagement. What you are practicing here is not moving your limbs. It's not moving as fast as you can. You are practicing that core, staying engaged, being in control. That is what's going to help you progress. That is what is going to help you on your dives. It's not about just moving through these motions. It's about being intentional. All right, take your rest, and then we are going to go into the hollow holds. If you don't know already, I'm just telling you right now, this is going to be your new favorite. Love to hate it, hate to love it. I can already feel my core on this. So we are going to go again, aiming for 10 seconds. If this is your first time doing it, if you need to take a rest after 5 seconds, go back again for 5 seconds, perfectly fine. If you want to hold it a little bit longer, you definitely can do that. Remember your setup, core engagement first. Limbs, shoulder blades lift off. Come to the end of the seesaw, and you are going to hold here. Again, if you need to, you can bring your arms in a little bit. That's another way to rest. You don't need to be super far out, and then your core is dropping. All right, go ahead and release. So you don't need to be super far out, and then your core engagement is dropping. Keep it engaged, and do the range of motion that's available for you. All right, we are going to take a second to rest, and then we are going to go into the second set of the exercises, and we are going to add your glutes and your hamstrings. Again, we are going to do 3 exercises 2 times. Now, super important, we are going to start with the glute bridges. It's not going to be a static bridge. We are going to keep on moving. So in your glute bridge, again, you know this position. core engagement, starting with the basics. I want you to lock this down. Core engagement super strong. And then we are going to get in touch with your glutes. Your knees, your heels are not too far out. They are not too close. Place them out where I want you to feel. You're going to kind of like press through your heels, channel the power through your heels. As you have that core engaged, we are going to squeeze your glutes, lift it up, and then drop it down. We have 15 of these. Now while we do that, I'm just going to let you know that it's perfectly okay to do these kind of slow, especially if you're just practicing here, because I want you to be aware of the positions. Because you can do 100 repetitions, but if you're doing them with the wrong form, you are not going to get the benefits. So you are already here, you are already spending the time doing this, make sure you get your worth out of it. So core stays engaged, it's engaged at the top, and it's engaged all the way down. So I'm not going to drop my core engagement. I'm kind of doing this, my lower back is rounding, and then that's the way I move. We are not doing this. Engage, up, and then down. Can you feel those glutes burning? You want to make sure you stay engaged. Remember to keep on breathing. You can hold at the top for 1 second for a little bit of an extra challenge. Keep that core strong. Last 2 here. And then we are going to flip on over. All right. So I want you on your belly. If you want to put down another yoga mat, a towel or something to help you keep it a little bit softer, that's perfectly okay. We are going to be staying here. We are going to be working with your legs. All right, so we are going to start choose left or right. We are going to stay on that side for 20 repetitions, okay? So you are going to take your time. You are going to move through these with intention again. It's going to be a glute raise or a glute squeeze. So this is your glute. You know that you need this for your dives, so might as well get in touch with your glute. You see what happens here if I turn my toe out a little bit and I squeeze? It squeezes. So this is your level 1. You can just turn your toe out, get in touch with your core, squeeze. You can also bend your knee a little bit, and here you feel like you're pointing your heel up as if you are trying to press something away with your heel. And there's a little button up there above your heel. You're trying to push it with your heel. What you are feeling here is this glute working. Stay in touch with your core. You don't want your lower back to kick in too much. You want to isolate your glute. And we are going to do 20 repetitions on each side. Remember to breathe. All right, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch to the other side. So again, you are just going to squeeze, rotate your toe out. It's like I'm pointing my toe at the wall that's next to me, or you can bend and squeeze this way as well, whichever way is easier for you to get in touch with your glute engagement. And even though this might feel like a small step today, remember, keep on coming back to these workouts with consistency. You are going to build up your results. No action is too small. And if you are not used to doing these exercises, you are probably actually going to feel this a little bit tomorrow. All right, I'm on my last 5 here. Keep on squeezing with that glute. Keep the mind-muscle connection going. And then breathe a little bit, relax. Either if you want to come into a low child's pose, to resting, you can do that. We are going to stay on your belly again for the next one, and it's going to look very similar. We are not going to be working with your glute. We are going to be switching over to your hamstring right here in the back of your thigh. Now here, there's two versions. I want to make sure that you can choose the appropriate amount of challenge for you. So level one, we are going to squeeze your glute. So you start with the glute, and you see my knee popped off the floor. And from there, I can extend my leg and bring it back, and then I can drop it down. So we have 20 on each side. Drop it down. This is your beginner version. If you are feeling hardcore today, keep that glute squeezing, keep your knee off the floor, and then keep on working with that extension. And you are going to feel the back side of your thighs engaging on this exercise. And if you need to drop it and rest for a little bit, that's good. You can also combine. You can do 3 with your knee off the floor consistently, and then you can drop. And these are all ways that you can build up your tolerance or endurance for this type of work. All right, ready for the 20 on the other leg? Let's do it. So remember, we are going to lift up by squeezing your glute. So your glute is going to stay on for the entire 20 repetitions. And then we extend and bring it back. Extend and bring it back. It's almost like I'm trying to squeeze a ball in between my heel and my butt. So there's a big ball there, and I'm trying to squeeze it in there. And again, you can drop after each repetition. That's perfectly okay. What I want you to do today is the best that is available to you, with good form, with good intention. So keep it engaged. I'm on my last 5 here. Remember to breathe. And then take a second to rest. Again, this child's pose is always available. It's nice and comfortable. If you're feeling your lower back, you can get a little bit more than it should. And remember, we are going to do this one more time. There's 2 rounds. So remember your glute bridge. We are going to take it back to the basics. Your core is nice and tight. Remember, this is your foundation. And then we are going to squeeze those glutes and lift up and slowly come back down 15 times. How are you doing so far? We only have a little bit left of this workout, so make sure that you are doing it right. Don't get halfway through your workout and then you get impatient and you just want to finish and you kind of start getting sloppy. Don't do that. Make sure that you get the most out of it. And if we are halfway through and you are feeling super tired, this is getting hard, it's okay, slow it down, do whatever is available to you, and do it with good form. If I have 20 on the sheet, but you can only do 5 with the correct position, then do the 5 with the correct position. Then you will find when you come back next week, you probably can do 6 or 7 or 8. And then next week you do 8. The week after that you do 15. You know how it goes. I just need you to trust in yourself. I need you to stay consistent. And I need you to do intentional, diligent work on this. Okay. Take a breath. And then we are going to go back to the glutes and your thighs on the back side of your body. Again, we are going to do 20 of each on each side. Grab your towel, grab your yoga mat. You can even fold it in a little bit underneath your hips if that is bothering you. I want to make sure that you are comfortable so you can keep on working. All right, so choose your leg, and we are going to start with the loop. So just right here, squeeze and drop, squeeze and drop, or you can do your heel pressing up and down. This is really fun because it might not feel super intense right now, but your glutes are waking up to being recruited, to your brain telling your glutes, hey, wake up, and they are checking in. They're like, I'm here, I'm ready for work. And this is going to come in handy in all of the other exercises that we are going to be doing in this program. There's a lot of glutes, there's a lot of hamstrings, so you want to make sure that you are getting the basics right. All right, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and always remember to get the other side as well. So we are going to do 20 on the other side as well. And this might be getting old. If you've trained with me in person before, you might have heard it. But every time I remember, and every time I'm happy, that we don't have like 6 or 8 legs, right? Then we would have to do all of them. Okay. Remember to stay connected to your muscle with your brain. Remember to breathe, keeping that connection. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, take a second to breathe. You can get into your child's pose again. And just realize that this is the last leg of the leg portion. Aren't you happy about it? We are almost done. Okay, so we are going to go back to working on your hamstrings right here, back side of your thigh. So remember, squeeze with the glute, knee lifts up, and then we are going to kick out 20 times. You're going to bring it in as if you're squeezing into that ball in between your heel and your glute, and then you bring it back. If you need to drop your knee, take a second to breathe. You can always do that, remember. Keep on working with good form. Counting to 20. This is the last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and release. We go to the other side. And if you ever lose count, so glute squeeze, and then we extend. So if you ever lose count, you can just go by how it feels. Does it feel like you are getting more time? Does it feel like you need to stop soon? And then you can remember that level of fatigue for next time. And you're going to be able to keep on extending how far you can go. Nice deep breath, breathing evenly. And after we finish this, we have a couple of little planks and preparing your toes for something awesome. And then we are going to be done with today. All right, how are we feeling? Doing good? Okay, get ready. This is going to be your last portion today. So remember your core engagement, how we did it on the floor with the dead bugs. This is going to be the exact same thing. You're just going to be on your palms and on your toes. If you're telling me, hey Anna, you're on your knees right now, I know it's not going to be staying that way for long. Okay, so What we are going to do here, we are going to get in touch with the core engagement. And we are going to learn a movement called the bear plank. That's B-E-A-R. Sometimes people think I'm saying back plank, no, I'm saying bear, like roar. So that's how you can think about it. You're a bear and you're getting strong, you're getting ready to hunt down your berries or beehives or whatever bears eat. So you're going to get in touch with your core, get in touch with your toes, and then you are going to lift those knees up. This is your bear plank, and we are going to hold this for 10 seconds if you are ready. But if you are not, we are going to practice with your knee lifts. So this is your first exercise. You're practicing your knee lifts. And all you are doing here is 10 lifts. And if you are ready, after your 10 lifts, you can go into your bear plank hold. If you are not ready for the hold today, then you are just going to keep on practicing the lifts. Alright, ready? Get in position and holding. So for the plank hold, you are just going to stay here. My knees are off the floor. My core is engaged. I'm not lifting up too high. I'm not shifting. My palms are right underneath my shoulders. My knees are right underneath my hips. Go ahead and relax. And I'm just going to hold that position. Alright, I hope you like this, because we are going to do it 2 more times today. But then I'm going to let you get back to whatever you were doing before this. Okay? Ready? So we are going to do 10 lifts. Now, the difference here, what we are going to get into, did you see what I just did there? You are going to flip your toes, and you are going to stay on the top of your foot there. So this is your normal position. This is your flat position. Now if you're wearing shoes here, it's going to be a little bit easier. If you are not, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. But this is just to give you a little bit of extra strength. So we are going to lift. Same thing, lift up. 10 times. And if this is too hard for you, keep on lifting. If this is too hard for you, if you are feeling too much pressure here, you can grab your Bosu ball if you haven't already. You can put it underneath your feet. That's going to make it a little bit easier. You can roll up your yoga mat if the floor is too hard. What I want you to do is keep on practicing. Okay, ready for your bear plank hold? It's going to be the same. So your feet are flat, core is engaged, and then we are going to lift off and hold. Now, while you are doing that, I'm going to show you one more thing you can do to train this position. I'm going to pop one toe. So one toe is normal, the other one is flat. And then I'm going to do the raise like that. Go ahead and drop your plank. So this is another way that you can practice. Make it easier. Alright, take your couple seconds to breathe. And we are into the last set today. So we are going to do the lifts and we are going to do the plank one more time. Toes are going to be normal. Sounds good? Alright, get ready and lift. And remember that this training program, it comes with some assessments built in. If you want to track your progress, there's a way to do that with planks that we commonly do. And then you can time yourself in those planks and static holds. So if you are doing that, today is going to be your hollow hold and your bear plank hold. And all you are going to do, take a rest. All you are going to do is you are going to take your hollow hold and you are going to take your bear plank and you are going to time how long you can go with good form. So once you start feeling tired, your form starts dropping, then you are going to stop. Okay, so we have one more plank left. That's going to be your bad plank hold. If you want to make this into your first time assessment, grab your stopwatch or just keep on counting. What you are going to do is you are going to remember that number, and then you are going to take the assessment again in the next phase, and then you are going to see how much you have progressed. Okay? I'm going to hold for 10-15 seconds while I talk to you, and if you want to keep on going after, you are my guest if you want to make this into your assessment. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, lift off. And remember, your pointers for form are going to be your palms are right underneath your shoulders. Core is engaged, your knees are right underneath your hips. They are only lifted a couple inches, so we are not too high. If this starts happening, you need to stop your timer. You need to keep in your good position in order for the assessment to work. All right. Congratulations on completing phase 1, day 1. Yes, you just did that. So give yourself a hand. I'm super happy for you. And remember, no effort that you make is too small. Even if you feel like, oh, I can only do one set of this, keep on working on it. Your progress is going to be meaningful. I'm telling you, all you need to do, come back, do 2 workouts, do 3 workouts a week, and you will see that progress happening. You will see your results coming in. All right, I hope you enjoyed this today. I'm going to be coming back again Wednesday with day 2. We are going to go through the entire program together, so you are not going to miss anything. And in the meantime, if you want to get into another workout, you can always go into your membership site and you can find the normal workouts. All right. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day.